Jacob says he cannot trust his fiancée, Kelly, not with other men and certainly not with his weed. You see, Jacob has a nightly routine. He showers, brushes his teeth, and pre-rolls his joints for the next day. Well, some of Jacob's joints have been disappearing, and he believes that Kelly is taking his weed behind his back and enjoying it with other men.
I feel awful. It hurts my heart. I mean, we are together 24 hours a day for the most part. He constantly accuses me of cheating, of, like you said, smoking his weed. I don't smoke his weed without him, you know? These accusations of, you know, people in our house or people in our room, in our bed, unfounded. I don't know where he even comes up with these accusations, but they're ridiculous and they hurt my feelings.
He smokes a lot of weed, huh?
Absolutely.
And, you know, some of the characteristics of smoking weed is that you can become a little paranoid.
A little paranoid? This is over the top paranoid. Yeah. This is every day.
Do you ever sneak a joint for yourself, like take part of his 8 and take one for yourself?
I do not. I will even have him sometimes roll me a joint for the next day, you know, so I can smoke. Half the time, I don't even smoke it. It's still sitting there waiting for him when he gets home. I don't like to smoke by myself. It's boring.
Yeah. Do you sleep with other men?
Absolutely not.
See, I would
Never.
say you probably do.
No.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Well, if you smoke a lot of weed, I mean, you know.
I don't smoke near as much weed as he does.
Yeah. So maybe he's
Maybe he's the one cheating.
Yeah. How long have the two you been together?
6 years, 6.5 years.
6 years. And how long has he accused you of cheating?
About 4.5.
Oh, so almost more than 3/4 of the
And ever since that night, you know, and I understand how it looks because it does look bad. I did feel bad for the dude punching him because he had no right. There was no talking. We were not talking back and forth. Once he came in, I said, oh, Lordy. So then I started hammering.
Who is the guy?
He's my ex.
So you start drinking heavily?
I started drinking.
And then what happened?
And his buddy says, oh, she's not leaving with you. She's leaving with him, and literally punches him.
Jacob punched the dude.
No, Jacob's friend punched the dude.
So you didn't like that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I thought that was unfair. He didn't provoke anything. It wasn't like
he wasn't walking out the door with you, taking you home.
No, he wasn't even. We weren't even talking, conversing.
So what happened? The guy got knocked out, and
he
then
got
what
knocked out. They left. I refused to leave. The cops were called. He did not want to press charges. I made sure that he got home. I mean, his face was all bloody. You know, I found out a couple days later.
You took him home?
Yes, I took him home. I made sure that he was okay. I called.
How was he able to have sex with his face all?
We didn't have sex.
Oh, okay.
We did not have sex at all.
Okay.
So that's not what I was there for. Once, you know, everything was cool, I called Jacob about 6 o'clock in the morning because I had to go to work that morning. He picked me up. I went home, got dressed, and
what did he say about you spending the night with the guy?
Oh, he was livid. And the things that he did to me when we got home to make sure that I was
What did he do?
He body checked me as he's done before.
Now, listen. You're not a 20-year-old girl.
Right.
You know, you're a very mature woman. Why would you let anybody do that to you?
I don't even know how to answer that. I guess because if that's what you have to do to prove that it didn't happen, then go for it.
I just don't understand. You know, why would you allow that?
I don't know.
You don't like it.
No, I don't.
Right, so why would you put up with that?
Because I love him, and I'm hoping that this works.
You love him?
I do love him.
What do you love about Jacob?
Besides all the accusations and the ignorant part of this stuff, he is a good person. Yeah. But these demons are just overtaking the good, it's taking the good from him.
Yeah. The whole story has a humorous angle with all the pot smoking and all that. But when you talk about being with somebody for 6.5 years, and 4.5 of it's kind of miserable, I don't understand why people waste so much time like that.
I wonder that myself sometimes. I wonder that myself sometimes. Sometimes I feel stupid. You know, he yells and bitches at me about saying, because I do get mad. I do go over the top. I get mad. I'll throw things. I yell. I scream. I curse. Whatever. And he says,
so
well, if it's not true, then what? No, I'm not a nutcase.
Well,
but
if you're yelling and screaming and throwing things, come on.
But when you constantly accuse somebody over and over and
over
and over.
What do you throw?
I threw a Red Bull can once.
Oh, wow.
And I went to jail for it.
And how long were you locked up for?
Just till the next day.
Oh, the next
I got out the next day.
Who bailed you out?
I got out on my own recognizances.
Oh, nice.
But I couldn't go back to our home. He moved out of our home.
Restraining order, right?
Yeah, well, it was up per my bond. I have no contact with him.
Right. That's until the next court date, right?
Right.
And then what, you guys kiss and make up by then?
No. We didn't even start talking again. That was in June until like August, mid-August.
Wow, so you had a little summer break.
Yeah, he had the summer break. I didn't.
Well, let me ask you, when you're on that summer break, didn't you say, wow, this is kind of nice?
I did, but I missed him.
What do you call this guy? Your boyfriend, fiance? What do you call him?
A little bit of both. It just depends, you know.
Let's meet Mr. Little Bit of Both, Jacob.
Hi, Steve.
How you doing, Jacob?
I know you're cheating.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
You need to stop.
Okay.
No, Jacob, what have you found? What have you found? You have gone through my phone. You've gone to great lengths to try to prove that I've cheated on you. What have you found to say that I am cheating on you?
You think she steals your weed, right?
Yeah,
You think that she cheats on you.
absolutely.
Why do you stay with her?
I love her to death.
Oh,
I
jeez.
do. No,
But why
I do.
would you want to be with someone that cheats? A person that cheats, and when they're in a committed relationship,
And
that is
steals.
a whore.
Cheats and steals.
That is a whore, Jacob. Why would you want to be with a whore?
And she throws Red Bulls at your head.
I didn't throw it at you, because if I would have thrown it at you, it would have hit you.
Yeah, we know.
Listen, it's easy to say, oh, I love her. But, you know, when she's out here talking, she doesn't seem very happy. If you really think that she's sleeping with other men and stealing from you, that does not sound like a love story to me.
Right.
So why do you stay with her?
She has a good heart.
Yeah.
I know that.
Have you ever cheated on her?
No, I haven't.
Wow, that was a big long pause for a no. Can you relate to this story? Go to www.stevewilkos.com to get my help. You admitted that you left Jacob and went to her ex house where he sexually kissed and fondled you.
Yes. That was the weekend that I left when we got in that big, huge fight when I had the cops take me. Other than that, I have never done anything. I was ashamed to say that to you, but all these other accusations that I never had sex with him. I kissed him, and he touched my breast. Other than that, nothing. I felt disgusted with myself because I'm not a cheater, and we were in a committed relationship.
What made you stop?
Because it made me feel disgusted, because that's not me.
It's a good thing you're honest with the lie detector examiner.
Yep.
And not the guy you're living with. Okay. Since we go on to ask you, since being in a relationship with Jacob, have you engaged in sexual intercourse with any other men besides Jacob? You answered no. Since being in a relationship with Jacob, other than what you admitted to, that you had sexually kissed and was fondled by your ex, have you engaged in any other physical sexual acts with any other man besides Jacob? You answered no. Have you ever taken Jacob's marijuana and smoked it with other men? You answered no. The results came back all the same, and it came back that Kelly told the truth.
Thank you. Now what the hell do you got to say? What do you have to say?
Sorry.
No, sorry ain't good enough. The things that we lost, and you know what I'm talking about? Was it worth it?
No.
Was it worth it?
No.
So what do you got to say? Oh, I'm sorry, it's it? I get I'm sorry?
He didn't even say that.
You're oh, excuse
you
me,
did say
I'm
it?
sorry.
Yeah, I did
You're a
say sorry.
joke. I told you. I've been telling you this all this time, that all this was in your head. And look, I told the truth. 4.5 years.
Okay.
I took a lie to
Okay,
detectors.
it's okay.
You're like, okay, like, yeah, sure.
I just don't.
You just don't believe it either. Yeah, I take a lie detector test and you still don't believe it. Are you kidding me?
All right, Jacob, you took a lie detector test.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob admitted to cheating on Kelly with 3 women.
Oh, 3. Who was the third? The 2 I know about. Who's the third? Who is the third?
All with intercourse and sexual acts. Most recent was
Who?
most was 6 months ago while with Kelly.
Who?
While we broke up.
Oh, no. You only told me 2. You're a liar. Bye.
me, babe.
No, don't talk to me. You have accused me and you have done some nasty things to me, thinking that I was cheating and stealing from you, and then you cheat on me. You told me of the two. You never told me of the third one. So who's the flippin' liar now? Who is the liar now? Because it ain't me. I told you they were demons in your flippin' mind. And they were. And all you can say is, oh, I'm sorry. I feel like about that big.
I feel about that.
You should. You should feel lower than that.
I do.
He did go on to take the test. Would you like to hear the results?
Sure.
So-
Well, we already know he cheated, so.
Well, yeah, with 3. Have you engaged in sexual intercourse with more than 3 other women that you admitted to since being in a relationship with Kelly? He answered no. Have you engaged in physical sexual activities with more than the 3 women that you admitted to since being in a relationship with Kelly? He answered no. Have you ever engaged in sexual intercourse with any woman more recently than 6 months ago since being in a relationship with Kelly? He answered no. And to those 3 questions, he told the truth.
Yeah, but he still lied. He still cheated.
Yeah. I mean,
So did you.
Okay,
You let fondle you, man.
At
That's
least
not
I
cheating?
at least it wasn't
That's not cheating?
It wasn't penetration.
Okay.
I kissed him. Ooh. He touched my breast. Ooh. There was no penetration. There was no undressing. I was completely clothed. So if you want to say kissing is cheating, well, then I guess I cheated. But the things that you've accused me of and the things that you've done to try to catch me at this crap never happened.
let me ask
Never.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Why are you together?
I love him.
Oh, come on.
I do love him.
You could find just about anybody and you'd be in a better relationship. I don't see why the 2 of you would. I never try to break anybody up. I really don't. And I'm just saying, why would you, either one of you, why would either one of you want to be in this relationship? I don't get it.
I'm starting not to get it either, Steve.
You what?
I'm starting not to get it either.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, you know what? We fight all the time. We don't make each other happy. Please tell me that you're mature enough and wise enough to say, this isn't working. We're going to move on. Don't one of you have the backbone to do that?
Probably not me.
Okay, well then you're going to be miserable. You are going to be unhappy moving forward.
I don't want to fight anymore.
Yeah.
I think you're right. It's time.
It's time to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know it's going to hurt. And I know
Like hell, because I love her to death.
Right. But that doesn't matter. You can love somebody and not get along with them.
Right.
A lot of people have been through that. And the best thing you do to make each other happy, one of you say, it's enough, we're moving on. That would be the right thing to do here. Are you going to say it?
Go. I think it's time.
So all this was for nothing? You know what? Good. Goodbye. How do I get out of here? How do...
So I would hope that, for the sake of both of you being at peace and being happy, that you say enough's enough. Good luck to you, Jacob.
Thanks, Steve.
Take care, buddy.
Thanks, bro.